So just a few days ago, I put out a word for the Lord about those who bear false witness against the children of God and how they are coming under judgment, and specifically how this is being brought to the forefront in this month of Tishri, because the month of Tishri has been assigned by God to the sign of Libra. For the month of Tishri, the sun is in the sign of Libra for the entire month. The sun stays in a specific zodiac sign for about 28 to 30 days. And so the month of Tishri, God has assigned it because God is the only one who can cause the sun, moon, and the stars to come forth at a specific time and season. And so he has a reason in why he does these things. And each sign has a specific purpose and marks a specific time on God's calendar. And the time for the month of Tishri is about the balancing of the scales, and it is about justice being served. And it is about things transpiring that bring about justice, that expose wickedness in order for it to be brought to light and for justice to be served. And I've been talking about sexual magic, sex magic, people who use this to manipulate, to control, to advance, to blackmail, to trap, to acquire wealth, to continue to stay ahead. And they don't care if they have to destroy innocent people as long as they stay ahead and stay on top. These people are narcissistic. They are vampires. They are egotistical. They are insecure, fragile beings. They have to feed off of others because they have nothing divinely inspired going for them, because they choose to stay in a low vibrational demonic frequency and do the devil's bidding in order to stay ahead. And these kinds of people are in operation from the highest of society to the lowest. And I've talked about secret societies and people in high places that operate in this way. But even in the everyday normal lives of society, this is going on. And so a few days ago, my client came in and shared with me some things that are going on in her life. One of these things is that her husband was just recently, someone at work bore false witness against him, resulting in him losing his job and putting them in a very difficult situation. Mind you, he did not say what this person accused him of saying, and this person continues to remain anonymous, although everyone is aware of who it is, because this person has been notorious for years for causing trouble for anyone who, for any reason they consider to be a threat to them, or just for any reason decides to go against others. They're on a power trip. They get a kick out of seeing the suffering of others. They get a kick out of being able to have power over others. And so this person has been notorious for causing other people to get fired simply for the fact that they're trying to be vocal about things that are not right. And for some reason, this person just continues to get away with doing things like this. And people realize that it's because this person is sleeping with upper management. And so they continue to get away with this for years and years. They've been doing this and on a power trip and causing a lot of innocent people to suffer and to lose their job because they are sleeping with upper management. And now things are starting, people are getting tired of it. People are being tired of the manipulation, and they're starting to file evidence against this person. So I believe that this is just an example, and that God allowed me to hear this and know this because it is confirmation that everyone operating in this way, and that is causing innocent people to lose opportunities, to lose promotions, to lose their job, to to lose in any way due to their slander and due to their manipulation and them using sex as a tool to destroy innocent lives, they are being exposed and they are being judged. And my client told me another thing that's going on is that a client that she had in the past, it has been brought to light that he was a traveling veterinarian, and so he was exploiting young girls and giving them opportunities to, help and assist at his clinic and with the animals, and to travel with him to different locations where he takes care of people's animals. And they were given opportunities to get possible scholarships and referrals for colleges. And so he was exploiting them and he was sexually abusing these girls. And now it has come to light. And it's about 24 to 25 girls that he has been abusing in this way. And he is currently locked behind bars. And, the evidence is still being collected and the case is, still being processed, but hopefully he stays behind bars for a very, very long time, because some of the things that I read that he wrote to these girls is disgusting. He's a perverted, disgusting man, and he needs to stay behind bars. And so this just immediately resonated with the word that God gave me a few days ago and what I've been talking about, that these people, from the top to the bottom, from the highest of society to the lowest, there are people operating in blackmail, using sex magic to manipulate, to hold control over powerful people, to advance their evil plans and to feed their greed. So just as I shared that this month of Tishri is about justice and judgment and things being judged in the balance, on the scales of God, that's exactly what is happening this month. And we will continue to see these things play out. And I hope and I pray that we will continue to see justice served even on the highest levels of our society. But understand that this is going on in just your normal everyday communities, businesses, and the people don't necessarily have to be a part of a cult or a coven or a secret society. Okay. They simply have to be, they simply can be using their body as a way to have relations with people of power so that they can hold power over those people and over everything that is attached to those people. And God has had enough of this. It's witchcraft. It's evil. And it's got to stop. And I believe that all the chaos that we're seeing happening in the news, in the media, in the world, is because the enemy knows that it's time for all of it to come to light. And the enemy is doing his best to try to keep it from coming to light. But it's coming to light, and justice and judgment is here. And we need to continue to pray for this nation, for the world, for these evil, disgusting, perverse people to be exposed and to be ashamed. Let them have the walk of shame. Let them be embarrassed of all the evil they have done. Let it come to light. We need to be praying for the children. We know that they are using and have been using the trafficking and abuse of children to remain in power. We need to not turn a blind eye to things. And it is time for vindication of the righteous, those who refused to do things that were wrong in order to get ahead. They refused to lie, steal, cheat, to sleep their way to the top. They refused to do things out of greed. They refused to crush other people, to slander other people for their own selfish gain. It is time for the righteous to be repaid for all the injustice that has been done against them. And we're seeing it happening. It is happening. God is letting us know that it is happening. So just wanted to share that confirmation with you guys. As always, be blessed.